What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris here from Kalevala South Farm. Well, guys, we've continued banging away in the sugar house some, and we've been in the woods a lot. Actually, the last week we've been in the woods pretty much full time. The only time I've worked in the sugar house is evenings and afternoons or rainy days, which we haven't had any, so it's mostly just been evenings. Got a little bit more sheetrock up, and we did get the evaporator all set up. So we adjusted our draws, kind of came up with a new system which is much better for the auto draw, and then the emergency valve in case the auto draw quits on us. We have a way to get the syrup out and not mess up the pan. And then we did a bunch of reblanketing. So I relagged the front and I relagged up in the back, put some new lagging blanket in. The old blanket was kind of nasty. It's been in there for a few seasons, so we got that all set. It still needs another washout, but other than that, I think it's pretty much ready to go. Other than being rinsed out again, it's going to be ready to go for the season. We still got to get our tanks in here. IBC tote, and then I actually ordered a 230-gallon stainless tank from CDL for a head tank. So we're gonna have to put that in when it comes in, but it won't be until the end of January. We're gonna have to build like a kind of a scaffold or a stand for it to sit on, probably out of 4x4s or 6x6s. That'll be our feed tank, and then we'll have our IBC tote for bulk sap, and then I did order a small water tank for the sink. So we're coming. I do need to get a hold of a couple more food grade IBC totes for the season, for collections and just extra storage space. So yeah, we're coming along. Parts are coming in for the RO. We got our last piece of the big puzzle, which is the circ pump here. I'm just waiting on the tubing and fittings and some valves and stuff, and we can start putting that together. I think I pretty much have everything. So we're making progress, guys, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, I'm having that surgery at the end of the week, so I'm going to be laid up for a few weeks. Not going to be able to do much. So I'm kind of going full speed ahead here, trying to get everything I can get done before I have the surgery. We have been working on the dry lines. You can see here, that is the dry line running out into the woods, 1.5-inch tubing. So we got that pulled. We basically have all of the dry line in except for like 75 feet of it. I ran out of tubing, had to get some, and then we got to put some fittings in. But I've got pretty much the dry line run all the way down to the big woods, and then I have it run over to the lower field woods, other than that 75 feet. I just got to put the fittings in, and that's done. So we're making good progress. But I think this morning we're going to go out and we're going to put drops on and work on some more laterals. I ran out of lateral tubing. I was doing it the other day, ran out. I just got 3 more rolls. So we'll take a roll out, we'll do some more laterals, and we'll start getting a bunch of the drops on. I've got several hundred drops to put on for a bunch of the new lines that we ran. So we'll head out in the woods and get cracking on that. Alrighty, guys, so I'm out here in what I call the big woods. It has about 50% of our taps. There's a little over 200 out here. Now we're gonna add some more right now. I've got my kit on, what I usually carry for all my tubing tools. This, basically carpenter's belt with the shoulder straps, so most of the weight's on my shoulders. Makes it a lot easier carrying around heavy tools all day when it's not on your hips. So I'm gonna grab the roll of tubing. We'll go out and we'll run some lateral lines, and then once that's done, we'll start getting drops on. Alrighty, guys, so here's gonna be our first run. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 right here. We'll grab these 6 and we'll get those going. So I'll set you guys down and start running the tubing. on, man. Get on there. Alrighty guys, so there's a line with 6. We ended up going a little different, and we'll move up and run the next one. We're just going to kind of keep working our way up, then we'll get the drops on and go from there. Alrighty guys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So basically I'm gonna keep going up with laterals, and then we'll grab the drops, and we'll get some drops on. Alrighty guys, so we pretty much got all the laterals set. We actually fixed this one up and reran it a little bit. I didn't like how it was run last year, and we're ready to start putting drops on. As you can see, I got my drop bundles. This is generally how I try to carry them. Alrighty guys, well, the GoPro keeps shutting off. I'm gonna try to get this on film, but we'll see what happens, because this cold weather is not making the GoPro happy. Alrighty guys, it's actually the next evening, and unfortunately the GoPro did not cooperate, and I wasn't able to get a lot of footage of us putting in drops, but you've seen me do that stuff before, so that's why it kind of cuts out, is GoPro just kept shutting off. So anyway guys, that's what happened. Alrighty guys, well, it's actually 2 days after I started this video. Yesterday I did the same thing. I worked on a couple of laterals and a bunch more drops. I pretty much got all the drops done on all of the new lines. I think I've got like 5 up in the very back corner I didn't get to. But yeah, we went through just about 250 drops. So we're gonna be, I think, right now we're gonna be at 500 with a few buckets. We've got, I think, 400 470 on the pipelines, and then I usually put out between 15 and 30 buckets depending on, you know, what I feel like doing. So we'll be right around 500. We may end up being more. I have a whole nother small woods with about 150 taps in it. I was gonna get ready for this year. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time. Have to go in for surgery tomorrow for a hernia, so that's gonna knock me down for a couple weeks. We also finished up the sheetrock here in the sugar house. So the sugar house is completely sheetrocked on the walls. I haven't done the gables or the roof. I don't know what I'm gonna put on the inside of the roof yet. I kind of would like to use like metal roofing or plastic roofing or something. I'm not sure. So I haven't decided. I'm definitely gonna get it covered. That and the gables covered with a vapor barrier once I can work again at bare minimum. So I'm put vapor barrier plastic up there to protect it, and then we'll figure it out from there. We've got most of our woods work done. Probably got another 4 days of woods work with checking through. We've gone through about 300 of the taps, probably 250. So I've got to go through 30 taps on the big woods, and then I've got to go through 50 taps on the road woods, and then I got to go through the whole lower woods. There's 85 taps down there. So I'm getting there. Those I shouldn't need many drops. I'll probably have to replace a few from squirrel chews and such, but I shouldn't need too many drops down there. And then I just got to finish connecting the dry line up and install a vacuum pump, which we're still waiting to be hooked up to electricity. I've got it all, the wires all run for it, but we don't have electricity down here yet, other than I have an extension cord powering a few, you know, lights and the heat down here, but that's it. I can't run anything 220 yet. So hopefully we'll get all that stuff. You know, they'll get the power run while I'm laid up, and you know, in 2 weeks I'll be ready to hit it again, and hopefully, and if all goes well, I'll be ready to hit again, and we'll keep on cranking, guys. But yeah, probably won't do much for videos for the next couple weeks because I'm not gonna be able to do much other than maybe putter around down here, do some laser engraving. I may play with like I did get the water tank for in here, but it didn't come with a cap, so I'm not sure. I sent a message to the company. We'll find out. I may have to send it back, but I do have the pressure pump and the hot water heater, and those are set to go. So with the wiring, I just got to install them and wire them. So yeah, we're making good progress, guys. I think, knock on wood, we'll be ready for the season. As long as the season doesn't decide to come super early, as long as it's a kind of normal, you know, tap out at the end of January, beginning of February, I should be ready to go. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna end this one here. And like I like to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. And just remember, it'll be all right.